Let's go!
¡El bloqueo! ¡El bloqueo, Hannah!
Kansas City Chiefs fans, are you concerned about this team? Because it took an amazing play for you to be undefeated. We're also going to talk a little bit about Travis Kelce later in the video, his role on the offense moving forward. But we start off with something that we mentioned in our last breakdown. The Patrick Mahomes running thing is a very real thing. His legs seem to be more active, in particular when it comes to moving the chains, and he does it early in this game versus Denver. All right, 3rd and 4, and this will always be there for Travis Kelce. I think at the age of 45, he'll be able to complete these whip routes. The difference, though, is old Travis Kelce is taking this upfield and making this guy miss for a lot more yardage. All right, here we go. 9:18 left to go in the first quarter, and Xavier Worthy is getting absolutely massacred on social media because Rashee Rice isn't there, and his production has not gone up at all. I have no idea why Mahomes is not at least trying to throw this football here to Xavier Worthy. The protection does eventually break down. Maybe he is getting ready to fire this to Worthy down here, but right tackle does get beat. It is a sack, but man, I just don't think he trusts him. 2nd and 2, they just completed a pass to Travis Kelce, and, well, they had been throwing, and now you run a little quarterback draw. That is absolutely perfect with this end coming around the corner in a pass rush, and you run right underneath it. I mean, this Chiefs running attack, yeah, you're not getting the big 30, 40 Jamal Charles runs, but you're getting some pretty good chunks of yardage every time you do run it. 3rd and 5, and the Chiefs are just the absolute best at running these whip routes, okay? You run like you're running an in-breaker, and then you're just actually breaking to the outside. Could have had Kelsey as well on this corner, but that is exactly where you want to throw the football. And look at this blocking from Travis Kelce downfield. I have no idea why Noah Gray did not read that better. I would have cut upfield, but he does get around 6 anyway, so he did make the right decision, and it's a nice game. We get to this 3rd down, 9:47 left to go. Chiefs still with the goose egg on the scoreboard, and once again, this protection just breaks down, okay? Lots of pressure here on 65. He just gets destroyed here, and there's nothing Mahomes could do. If he had time, he's probably throwing this football to Kelsey. Maybe he could reset and throw this ball, but he decides to just fall down here, and you got to kick a field goal. Again, really good formational diversity. You get in the I formation, and now you're down by 11. Let's see if you can get something before the half. So you get a play action fake, and you're actually getting Travis Kelce on this deep out, okay? And you run a vertical, and Kelsey runs behind that deep out. It's really hard to guard that because that corner is carrying with the vertical, and that opens up all this space over here. It is really, really, really good design. And once again, you're just not going to get the big yak plays from Kelsey anymore. He takes a big hit on the knee, but he's tough as nails. And this is why you go out there and you get DeAndre Hopkins. He's a guy that, versus press man, can do this to Patrick Surtain, who might be the best defensive player in the entire NFL right now. I don't see it that way. I still think TJ Watt's up there, but man, that is ridiculous stuff. I am to the point now where if a red zone trip doesn't end in a touchdown, I am blaming Mahomes. That's how good Andy Reid is in the red zone, and this is entirely on Patty. I really don't know what he's looking at. This is pretty simple stuff. Once I see this defensive alignment, it's going to be really hard for me to not throw this corner to DeAndre Hopkins if I see Patrick Surtain playing man-to-man versus this defender, okay? Once I see that Surtain is sitting, this pocket of space is going to be wide open. And I have no idea why he's not throwing this, and there is no pressure. Now, 99's been a really, really good player this year, but this is all day, every day, and now he rolls out to the right. I really don't know what Mahomes was looking at, and now he basically just have to throw it away, and you'll see he makes zero miss and decides to throw a really dangerous ball here to our guy DeAndre Hopkins, and this is a little too late to be throwing this, obviously. And it's batted down. 4th and goal. What the heck were the Broncos thinking? It is clear that they are not handing this off. There is no way I am letting Travis Kelce beat me in this spot. Why would you give this away this easy? Okay, Mahomes is going to take that 12 days out of 10. And it's an easy tutty. All right, so it's 3rd and Blue Springs here. And the Chiefs are down by 4 about midway through the 3rd quarter. And you'll see that to the left side of this protection, it begins to break down right here. Okay, so Mahomes is able to make this guy miss. Now, before we get to the Mahomes freaking magic, let's take a look at what happens at the top of the screen. So, obviously, Pat Surtain is locking down his side of the field. But you really need someone on the opposite side to start stepping up. And you'll see that Xavier Worthy versus this deep third safety. Now, that is important. It's a deep third safety. So this is a matchup that you'll like. You'll see that he's past him, okay? And he's got a step. So obviously, the left tackle getting beat right here really does hurt the situation for Worthy. So Mahomes, of course, is just absolutely ridiculous. He rolls out to the right. High football IQ player Samaje Perine keeps running, and he sticks his arm up in the air, and you get Patty doing Patty things you absolutely, positively love to see. All righty. So, I mean, I understand people want to victory lap that Xavier Worthy is just not that guy. But here's a 3rd and 7 in this situation. And look, he gets wide open, and this is actually the route that you want to work here. All right, so you'll see to the right that this is pure man coverage with a too-high shell. So with the trips bunch, the Atlanta Falcons have been the absolute best at this. You want to actually work the back end of the bunch, okay? The pocket is really good. Mahomes just bails on it, and bang, that's Worthy right there. Okay, so I get it. Mahomes sees that the contain is being broken, so he's able to roll out to the right side and run for it here. But this is there, and he just decides to tuck and run and go. So I get it. I totally get Mahomes wanting to do that. The little stutter and go right there. They go for it on 4th and 1, pick it up, but eventually have to kick a field goal. All right, 1st and goal from the 10. I'm a little shocked here that Mahomes didn't just hit Travis Kelce. I mean, just hit that. I'm a little shocked. He steps up into the pocket, and he does have Worthy open here, and he just sails him. Then on 2nd down, they try to run a screen here to Kareem Hunt. Mahomes is lucky that this doesn't get picked off, and it sets up 3rd down. All right, so the Chiefs settle for a field goal, and then we get to this next drive. They hit Worthy on a big split zone, and now Mahomes is working the double move. Obviously, it doesn't work on Pat Surtain because he's just that guy. But because he worked to this side, the safety is not able to get over the top to help with Xavier Worthy on the go over here. So Mahomes sees Worthy, has him beat really badly, about as clean of a surface you could throw to. And all Mahomes, you could see that this release is a little labored, kind of a strange delivery. And all you got to do is just throw this football anywhere over here, and it's a walk-in touchdown. And Mahomes has this ball just float way, way, way out of bounds, and Worthy's a little banged up. Chiefs get the ball back. It's 3rd and Overland. And, man, this is just really good stuff. They decide to bring a blitz from the direction of the trips, and Chiefs are running flood. And we did a whole episode, Andy Reid, flood concepts. That's the basis of the Chiefs' offense, and you get a coverage bust here. Normally, when it's like this and you have a slot corner blitz, this needs to get sorted out. If it's a mag call, that means the defensive player sticks with this man regardless. If it's not that, you just pass off routes wherever they go. 2 guys run with Gray, and they leave DeAndre Hopkins wide open, and this actually is really good stuff from Mahomes. Sees it really quickly before Hopkins even puts his hand up in the air. That's really, really, really good quarterbacking right there. And it's an explosive play for the Chiefs. So Travis Kelce is still a top 5 tight end. If he were to come back next year, probably still a top 5 tight end in the NFL with Mahomes. But Kelsey 2 years ago is no doubt scoring on this play. Really good read from Mahomes. The Broncos bring a double A-gap blitz. So once Kelsey sees that, he just stops because he knows he's getting the first down. Bang. Now, old Kelsey, and honestly, current Kelsey would probably tell you, you need to make this guy miss. In the playoffs, Kelsey is making this guy miss and scoring. But that ends up being a very costly tackle. And we get to this 3rd and goal, and it honestly cost him the game, right? That Kelsey just could not get out of it. But, of course, you all know what happened at this point. And this also cost the Chiefs the game. Broncos really had issues passing routes off. This is the second Mahomes miss on a corner route in the red zone. Obviously, he didn't throw it to D-Hop when it was there. And as you can see, he sails Killer Trav right there. So I want you to give me your God's honest opinion. Okay, Chiefs fans, I'm not piling on you even though this is my guy. But I am not sure if they were to announce the Pro Bowl today, if Patrick Mahomes on an undefeated Chiefs team would be a Pro Bowler in the AFC, right? Lamar's had a better season. Josh Allen's had a better season. Joe Burrow's had a better season. But the Chiefs are still undefeated. And it's not as if Mahomes is playing poorly under any stretch of the imagination. But, I mean, it is a struggle for the Chiefs to get to 30 points. And I understand no Rashee Rice. I get all of that. But, man, I was shocked at how many misses I saw today. But the party keeps rolling along because Andy Reid is still scheming things up. The run game is still good. And Patty's not going out there and losing games. So, yeah, he's still the top guy. But there are players who have played better midway through the season. So comment below, Chiefs. Am I a hater? And we'll talk to you soon, okay? It is Power Hour NFL. Boom! And tonight, I got to start eating healthier. I do. By the way, Chanel, man, that dude is, top 10 most athletic linebackers in the NFL? I mean, the dude's ridiculous. What is something healthy? Oh, I'm going to do the red meat diet steaks. Let's go.